So, let us learn to send some emails. So, I have already written / plagiarized most of this because the development process involved typing in my Gmail password, or a Gmail password at least, a crap ton of times. First things first, I am importing 2 libraries. One of these is this SMTP lib library or module. And what this thing does is essentially it lets you communicate with an email server. That is one thing. And the other thing is this whole config parser business. So this whole business here is essentially just so that I can have this INI file here, which contains an email and a password for a Gmail account that I don't use that often, but I'd still rather not put in a friggin' YouTube video. So they're in there. I will pause this, put in some fake crap, and then show you that thing at the end. It's not very interesting. It really is just, okay, I'll tell you what it looks like right now. It looks like this. It has some square braces at the top, and it has a section title that's called Gmail. And then the next line says username equals, and then it has a username. Right. Without none of the @Gmail shit, just the username. And then the next thing it has is a password. And the thing that freaks me out is the password stored as plain text. So, password, right, whatever. So that crap is in there. It is formatted literally like this. There's no quotes, there's no colons, there's no nothing, there's no braces. It's just that shit. Hit save. That's what there is. And then what's happening is we're reading that file in, right? We made a config parser object. We read the file in. And then we pulled the username part out of it, and we pulled the password part out of it. That's all there is to that thing. So this is what config.ini looks like. And there will not be a config.ini file with valid username and credential in my Repel, but you can fork it and put in your own usernames and credentials. It should be noted that it won't work unless you have less secure apps turned on in your Gmail settings, so you'll have to go in and do that. I actually created a garbage Gmail account because no on putting my real Gmail password anywhere near something so insecure as a Repel. Okay, so then the rest of this thing is the send email method, or function. It's a function, sorry. It has a string user, a password that's user, recipients that's a list, subject that's a string, body that's a string. Those are exactly what you would expect they are. The list is the only thing that's even remotely complex. I wrote a nice doc string. I thought it was nice. It's formatted cool. See how when you tab in, you get kind of different looking stuff. Solid. Looks good. And then I have this note about we need to allow less secure apps in order to make this work. We make our message out of a formatted string. It is just some, from and who it's from, to, and that's comma joined list. And then a subject line and some body stuff. Then comes the bits about the server. And these are these are pretty esoteric. This is a deep dive. There's a lot of kind of crazy shit going on here. But basically what we're doing is we're making... Jesus, spelling is hard. a server. Well, really, we're making a SMTP object, right? And that's kind of going to gmail.com, and it's hitting port 587. Yeah, there's a whole course on how email works in here. But luckily, with most things in Python, I can just let Python do some of the lifting for me. So we're going to make an object. Then we're going to ask it to say hello to the main Gmail servers from our system. Then this TT, or we're starting TLS. TLS is basically saying, yo, dude, I want to talk real talk. Let's switch over to encrypted line. That's basically what this is doing. And it should be noted that, frankly, I'm not a complete expert on this, and so I'm saying some stuff. I am pretty sure that I'm not lying, at least very badly, but it's pretty possible I'm mistaken. If I'm super mistaken, hit me in the comments and tell me why I'm a moron. I love those comments on YouTube. They're super fun. Okay, so if we log in, we're going to log in. That is the username, not at Gmail, just the username is fine. And then there's password, and if you want to see how that stuff works, you can see here, username, password, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and we can see lots of errors. Oh, cool. So you can see there's tons and tons of errors here. I don't have any error handling built into this thing at the moment. It would probably be a good idea to build in some error handling, but I don't have any. So this is really just logging in. I'm not even going to comment that line. It's stupid. Then we're going to send an email, or send our mail, and that's from the user to the recipient list with a message. Should be noted that recipients, is still this list that we got. And then we're going to close the server, and then we're going to print out successfully sent the mail. And it should be noted that I have no error handling at all. When I stole this from an old piece of Python 2 code, it had a try and accept block, but the accept was catching a bear accept, so it was catching everything, which is not good form. So I'm going to let this thing throw errors because I've never seen them before, and it might be fun. And then we're going to call the send email function on our username with our password. We're sending it to my school email address. I am going to change this to testing the emailer, some texting text. Okay, and now if I hit go, I see a successfully sent the mail, and you can hear my, that's my school account dinging in the background, from which I have just received the following. Oh yeah, and actually you can see that my fake email account is called Dr. Joe Manlove. I give no shits. It is still a fake email account. How did my VS Code go? But I still don't want you to have the password. So you can see that I got Dr. Joe Manlove for email, some texting text. It doesn't seem to have sent that entire thing, but you can see the subject, right? See, it doesn't really say the from and to business that's in here. I wonder if... Oh, there we go. Oh, forget it. Alright, so I did some testing, and if you format this, the message body substantially differently, sometimes it does not send. It will say that it's successfully sent, but it won't appear in your email. That is probably due to me not completely understanding how this thing works. You can hear I'm still getting notifications for this. So, the next thing to do would be to incorporate this into a web scrape and or get some automation going. I'm gonna, I think, try to make this thing on a timer to email me about that web scrape I made. So, yeah, enjoy. Have fun.